All right, today we're at Emerald Skate Park. This is my actual local park. I live like maybe like a 10-minute walk from here, like a 4-minute drive. So I came here a lot, especially when I first moved here a year ago. But I haven't actually skated this park in quite a while. I just got here probably like an hour ago, set up my new board, Alien Workshop board with the slick bottom. I've been testing that out. Still unsure if I like it or not. But yeah, I skated for probably about 20 minutes and just warmed up. Tried to break in the grip tape, breaking the board, get all the wheel bite waxed up. Although with this slick bottom, I'm not feeling any wheel bite. Like the wheels are just like hitting it, but they're like, it's so slick right here because this is like a little plastic like layer like beneath the graphic, and it's actually making like wheel bite just like not happen. So that's a definite plus, but it's just a little bit like, it's just something to get used to. Like board slides, like there's absolutely no way to stick. You just coast on them, which is cool. But if you're like cooking, you are just gonna like fly on that rail or just slip out, which is kind of sketchy. And then on like disasters on this quarter pipe, I was like practicing a few disasters and I kept slipping out just because it's so slick. And so just something you have to take into consideration. But I feel like I'll get used to it. Today, since I haven't been to this park in a while, this video is going to mostly showcase just like a lot of the fun tricks that I've learned over the past year of skating this park, especially stuff that's like unique to this place. And then I'm also going to try and work on getting back blunt on this quarter over here. I want to get blunt to back smith to back feeble and then in. I can do blunt to back smith, but then I just roll right in. I want to get the balance to actually go smith to feeble, and then eventually I want to get that on a street spot and put it in my part. That would be cool. And then I also want to work on half-cab back blunt on a quarter pipe. I've gotten it once, maybe twice on this small quarter, but I want to get it on the opposite side of this quarter, on the opposite side of this hip, just because it's a little bit bigger, and I feel like that's just enough progression for me right now. And I also want to work on half-cab board slide pop over on this flat bar. I could do it pretty consistently, but I want to just like work on it some more and get a little bit better. And then I also want to work on crooked grind on this box, because I feel like in the past like week or two I kind of lost crooked grinds, so I want to try and see if I can grind the entire box. I've only done that like maybe 3 or 4 times in like the entire year of living here, so I want to see if I can get that down. Oh, another thing I want to try and work on is front nose grind, back 180 out on this box. I've gotten it a couple times. I just want to keep working on that. Now I'm just gonna kind of cruise around the park, try to show you the layout, and try to skate each obstacle. that's basically the whole park. It's got pretty rough ground, but it's still like smooth enough that you can like slide tricks. You can like do reverts and stuff still really easily. It definitely razor tails my board a lot quicker than the other skate parks, just because the other skate parks are like straight up like barracks ground, so it's obviously gonna be much more slick, but this place is still cool. The only thing is it's not covered like WJ, and I mean Junction City Skate Park's also not covered, but so when it rains it's pretty much impossible to skate here. I'll start off with back blunt to Smith to feeble and then in, and then I'll work on half cab blunt just because blunts will probably be pretty comfortable by then. And then I'll try crooked grind and nose grind back 180, and then I'll finish it off with half cab board slide pop over, just because I feel like I'll be pretty out of energy by then, and it should come pretty easily. Yeah. The main thing I want to get comfortable with is getting into blunt and then back Smith, but staying on top of my board, not like leaning into transition. That way I can go from Smith to feeble and then in. I might actually practice a few back Smith to back feeble just to get that comfortable too. Who else is dizzy? No more going back and forth like that. I myself am dizzy, and so I can't imagine how like nauseating that looked on camera. All right, let's go blunt to back Smith. I did forget to mention, it is a little strange here because the coping is almost like fake like pool coping, where it's like perfectly flat and flush on top, but it still has like a lip coming out of the transition. And so it's great for like pretty much you never hang up. So it's good to like learn tricks that you're kind of afraid of hanging up. Like this is where I learned back blunt. But the problem is that with like tricks where you want to be like locked in, like heel side, it doesn't really like lock in all that well, just because your wheel is able to just slip right off. So I feel like that's probably a problem that I'm gonna be facing trying this trick. Alright, so on that one, I definitely stayed on top of it. But the problem is that I was basically like, my front foot was like this, just standing on the coping. And I want to be on top of my board so I can go into feeble. Especially if I end up wanting this to be like, obviously not this clip, but like if I want to have this trick for a video part, it's gonna be like right up in your face whether or not my foot's on the coping or not. So I want to get more comfortable like not having my heel there. That one was a lot better. That one I like actually balanced in Smith, and my weight was still pretty far into the transition, which is why I didn't like just like throw the feeble and try and get it. Although I didn't actually like roll in, if I remember right. I didn't actually like roll in. I like kind of popped in as if I was coming from feeble, so that's promising. I was at least on top of it enough that I didn't just go like blunt Smith roll in. I was like blunt Smith and then roll in. So that's promising. Hopefully I can get the Smith to feeble. I mean, obviously that was trash. I was like standing on the blunt for like 3 to 5 seconds, so that wouldn't work. But I did like, I think maybe that's the key, is to be so on top of the coping that I don't feel comfortable popping like back in so far on top that I'm like pretty much just standing there and then go Smith feeble. Because I actually did, that was the first time I've ever actually gone Smith to feeble, even though I didn't land it, but let's try and get it. I don't know if I've done blunt to back disaster before, but I don't know, that was cool. Oh. That one felt pretty close. I just went into 50-50 instead of feeble, but I felt really on top of it. And I didn't feel like I like stalled too long on any one trick, so. Yeah, not straight into Halfcab blunt, but dang, I have to watch that back, but that felt super clean. That was the first one I ever done. That's sick. All right, well, that's one trick. Let's try and get the Halfcab blunt. That is the only reason why I'm trying it today. I just randomly hooked one while I was warming up and got into it, and I was like, what the heck? And then I just got into it again, so hopefully I can land it. This is a brand new board, and I don't want to be bashing it into the coping all day long, so I'll give it its fair shot, but if it doesn't feel like it's gonna happen, then I'm gonna leave it, because I don't want to ruin my board right when I set it up. So I will say, I don't know if it's the shape of the board or maybe the plastic bottom or what, or if the size is actually bigger than 7875, but this board feels really heavy. Like tray flips on it feel super slow. So I'm sure I just have to get used to it, and I'm also probably used to my super razor-tailed previous board, so I'm sure they'll come back, but yeah, it's just something I observed. Gotta be a little bit more on top of it. I keep like landing into it with like just my toe. Woo! Let's also try and not do that. Oh, come on. All right, I'm gonna give it a few more. It feels close. I definitely think I can get it soon. I just don't know if it's gonna happen today. I just don't want to push myself. I feel like I get injured more on transition than on like street stuff. So I don't want to like get too tired and then start like skating sloppy. I'll get it a few more though. See, that kind of stuff feels like the sign to give it a break. Dang it. Oh well. I'll get it next time. It definitely feels close. I think I can get it next time I film here. Alright, let's try and get this cricket grind. Let's start off with like half of the box just to get comfortable. Alright, halfway is starting to feel a little comfortable. I'm gonna try and get the whole thing. Dang it. Kind of a sloppy landing, but I'll take it. Let's go for front nose grind, back 180 now. And for this nose grind, I am definitely not doing the entire box. I'm doing like just barely the end of it. Probably like the last foot, if that. I really have to focus on turning my shoulders into the trick so that when I'm actually grinding, my shoulders are already like turned back like this, and then when I come out I can just follow through with my legs. That was pretty good. I'd say that's like one of the longer ones I've done. Let's try and get the half cab board slide pop over. Try and get that a little cleaner. Alright, a little cleaner. Dang it. Still pretty sloppy. My nose bounced, but I'd still say that was pretty clean, so I'll take it from there. Now I guess I'll try a few other random stuff. That slick bottom really is slick. Maybe this will be the board that I learn backside tail slides on, like on coping. And then frontside tail slides on a box. That would be sick. Just because it's so slick, there's like no chance of slicking. was close, but I'm gonna try and get it next time. Same with the half cab back blunt on this quarter. I'm gonna try and get that next time too. Hopefully I'll be able to get it soon. If I do, hopefully it will be on video. But yeah, I'm really proud of finally getting that blunt to backsmith to back feeble and then in. That's sick. Now I know at least that I'm like physically capable of doing it. That was the first one I've ever done. So now that I know I'm actually capable of doing it, hopefully the next time I go down to Southern California, I can actually try it out at the street spot that I'm thinking about doing it at. And then that backside crooked grind that I got, that one felt all right, but at least I got it. Crooked grinds have been feeling horrible lately, so I'm glad I at least got that one. And then the front nose grind back 180, that one was probably one of the better ones I've done, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, this was a really successful session. I've skated for like 2.5 hours now, so I'm gonna have a lot of footage to go through. Hopefully this video isn't too long. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.